Hey guys, welcome back to Truspace. This is Harith, and today we're doing our weekly horoscope. So first we're going to be starting on Monday the 17th of January. So we got the full moon going on, the full moon in Cancer. So the full moon started from Sunday or Saturday, and that deals with the moon deals with our emotional reaction, our subconscious mind. And the full moon in Cancer, Cancer loves the moon because the moon rules Cancer. So this is an intense emotional release, dealing with initiating new feelings and emotion, try to make ourselves feel comfortable, try to make ourselves feel connected, to deal with our domestic issues, home, family life, anything dealing with our heart. Really, Cancer, it rules our heart. So this is, we are feeling really in our heart. So this could make you quite moody. So don't go crazy and don't lash out emotionally on the people surrounding you and things of that nature. But the benefit is that Jupiter is exalted naturally in Cancer, so it's gonna help you give meaning and reasoning to these emotions and things like that, which is gonna make you wise. So just do not allow that Mars debilitated in Cancer to make you go too far with your emotion. This is where Cancer energy could go really bad. Other than that, just you want to have a cool, calm, collected day, considering that it's still Monday. So if you don't work or anything like that, I would consider for you just to chill out, hang out at home, and don't do anything that's intense. The full moon already by itself is quite intense. But also we have certain alignments going to be happening, and so the full moon in Cancer is going to be trining Neptune. So full moon deals with our emotional reaction, our subconscious mind. Right now dealing with initiating new feelings and emotions, try to make ourselves feel comfortable, which can be quite intense because it's the full moon. But with the trine to Neptune, that will create opportunities for us to emotionally connect with our dreams and illusion. That could be quite flexible, adaptable in nature, considering that Neptune is in Pisces, and it will help us to connect with the whole collective on a much more better level, as opposed to leaving our emotion just to be in a quite selfish area, dealing with you trying to make yourself feel comfortable. But with it trining Neptune and Pisces, you kind of seeing the whole picture, you seeing everybody feeling, because Neptune and Pisces could brings a very elusive, visionary, compassionate like energy, since it's flexible with the emotion, as opposed to Cancer. So that's a good sign, and that might help you deal with your emotion way better. Just start paying attention to the collective more and things of that nature. But also it's going to be trining the South Node in Sagittarius. Even though the South Node in Sagittarius is a fire sign, and it's actually trining it based on degree, that's which is actually more important and more specific, because the South Node is at 0 degree Sagittarius. And so basically that's emotional reaction, dealing with initiating new feelings and emotion that will create opportunity for us to let go of our past moral system, past visions and imagination that no longer serve us. South Node. And also we still got the full moon in Cancer that's going to be opposing the Sun and Pluto in Capricorn. So while we're expressing all these emotions, trying to make ourselves feel comfortable and whatnot, that will create opportunities. Even though it might be difficult for us to deal with the Sun and Pluto in Capricorn, because the Sun deals with our action, our vitality, our solar plexus, our creativity, what we're trying to express. On Pluto is transforming all these things, and it's all that is happening in Capricorn. Our business, our structure, the word we stand on, our ambition and things of that nature. Capricorn is a very cutthroat like energy, because we don't have time to fuck around anymore. We're trying to get our money. We're trying to prepare for the middle portion of winter, which is Aquarius. So Capricorn is preparing us for that. So you definitely want to watch out for this opposition going on with the full moon and the Sun and Pluto in Capricorn. So this is why Monday can be a very heavy day and quite intense. This is why I recommended to stay at home. If you get the opportunity to work from home, disconnect from people and things of that nature. But also we got the full moon in Cancer Cancer was going to be in conjuncting Mars in Sagittarius. So while we're trying to express all these emotion, our moody nature, trying to nurture it, is gonna that will create a major misunderstanding or a blind spot when it comes to our action, our desires, our passion, which is in Sagittarius, dealing with freedom, dealing with want to travel around, dealing with I want to take an adventure. But the mood is more like I want to take care of myself, I want to feel emotionally comfortable. While the Mars in Sagittarius, I want to go on adventures and things of that nature. So you want to watch out for those and learn how to balance your emotions and your feelings with your actions and desires and passion, which would be quite adventurous in nature, considering that Sagittarius is a mutable sign. So on Tuesday, the 18th of January, we're gonna experience the moon in Leo, and I want you guys to keep in mind that the full moon effect lasts at least for 4 to 5 days. So everything dealing with the energy of cancer, nurturing, trying to make yourself feel comfortable, trying to deal with your own moods and give meaning and reasoning to these things, is going to be the backup energy of all the moon transition. Considering that the moon is going to be on Tuesday, the moon is going to move into Leo. So our emotion reaction on Tuesday is going to be dealing with expressing our vision, our imagination, Leo-like energy, also wanting to be on the stage, which can be quite prideful or courageous or charismatic in nature. But what we want to watch out for is that the fact the moon in Leo is going to be squaring Uranus in Taurus. So Uranus dealing with rebellion like nature, how we achieve uniqueness and things of that. But we're trying to achieve rebellion and uniqueness in Taurus, our fixated stability, our values, the material realm. And that square is going to create learning opportunities for these things, because the moon in Leo is going to be all about you wanting to be on the stage, but there might be difficulties and learning opportunities that you have to go through when it comes to achieving uniqueness and rebellion when it comes to your fixed material realm, the things you could touch. This is why Taurus it's ruled by Venus, the five senses. And so this is going to be a quiet misunderstanding there. So kind of learn how to balance out your work and the material realm, or how you go about achieving that with your emotional nature, wanting to be on the stage, wanting to express visions and imagination, fire-like energy. Because you gotta realize that Uranus is falling in Taurus. So we've been feeling this for a while. If you have not been already, it's very hard for us to get the money we're looking for. It's very hard for us to achieve that material realm, possessions and things of that nature, since Uranus wants us to do it in a very unique, individual way. But it's debilitated here, so it's very hard for Uranus, a quick, a raw planet, to bring these changes. So it's a very slow. So just watch out for the moon in Leo. On top of that, the moon in Leo is going to be opposing, and opposition mean it's a difficult energy, but it creates odd opportunities, even though it's an opposition. And that's something a lot of people should learn, actually, because squares and opposition don't always mean bad or negative, but and trines and sextile does not always mean positive, because sextile and trines, we could overdo these things, we could indulge in these things, but oppositions and square could show us what we really need to work on, what we really need to do in our life. So the moon in Leo is going to be opposing Mercury and Saturn Aquarius. So the moon obviously wants us to be expressing our fixed fire, our imagination, our intuition, wanting us to be on the stage and be courageous about these things. But that's going to be quite difficult. It's going to create learning opportunities and add opportunities for our way of thinking. And Mercury, our train of thought, the way we use our mind, and Saturn, the way we structure, the way we take responsibility, the way we mature. And this is happening in Aquarius. So we're thinking and having a train of thoughts and taking responsibility and maturing when it comes to the energy of Aquarius, how we associate with people, how we deal with our abstract thought, how we bring uniqueness and serve humanity in a very individual, unique type of way. So you definitely want to watch out for this with your moon in Leo. Just kind of understand that's not all about you. It's not all about the lion in the jungle. It's not all about being self-centered, because the universe want us right now to focus on Aquarius like energies, because Saturn is right there. So Saturn's telling you, hey, it's the Holy Father, take responsibility, learn how to make yourself part of an association, a business, a group of people, and things of that nature. I also get to realize that Mercury is retrograding in Aquarius. So right now we're rethinking a lot of things dealing with our past association, our past, how we rebel, how we associate with people, our abstract thought, and how can we use all these to serve humanity, to be a unique individuals. The moon in Leo, but there's gonna be a benefit for Tuesday also. Even though all this is going on, the square and then the opposition, the moon in Leo is going to be trining Caryon in Aries, and also trining the South Node. So we got this nice fire triune energy going on. So fire deals with our imagination, our vision, our intuition. It will makes you feel hot and things of that nature. Things that makes you want to jump around, get ready, get inspired, and things like that. So that's the benefit. So the moon right now, the moon in Leo, emotional reaction, dealing with expressing fixated visions and imagination, wanting to be on the stage, is going to create opportunity for Caryon, for you to heal past childhood trauma, dealing with things such as the way you see yourself, self-appearance, your impulsive nature, the way you express your visions and imagination, because Aries deal with initiating new ways of seeing and feeling about things. So the moon and Leo is going to be trining that, but also is going to trining create opportunities with the South Node in Sagittarius. This is going to help us to let go of past moral system, past imagination, and past visions that no longer serve us. On Wednesday the 19th of January, the moon is gonna still be in Leo, but it's gonna move in the late degrees of Leo. So the moon and Leo are emotional reaction, dealing with us wanting to be on the stage, wanting to express our visions, our imagination. Is gonna in conjunct Neptune. So we're gonna be wanting emotions to express our vision and imagination, aka jumping on the stage, which is gonna it might have a huge misunderstanding with the dreams and illusion that we're receiving from Neptune, because Neptune rules spirituality, the way we transcend this physical world. But it's in Pisces, so the way we're going to be transcending and achieving that spirituality is going to be achieved being flexible, adaptable with our visions, imagination, emotion, the way we connect with the collective, because Pisces is all about connecting and learning how to modify yourself, aka acting as a chameleon to be part of the collective. So there's going to be a misunderstanding there in conjunction with the moon in Leo and Neptune in Pisces. So watch out for that. The moon in Leo is going to be also opposing Saturn and Aqua too. So we already spoke about that, which is going to be just your emotional reaction, dealing with being prideful and jumping on the stage and things of that nature. Is going to be quite difficult for you to understand how to fit with the whole collective, how to take part of association, groups, and things of that nature, because that's what Saturn, the Holy Father, wants to do. Saturn is very strict, is very harsh. Saturn does not give a fuck about your emotion, things of that. Saturn wants you to deal with association, group, and learn how to create a structure with your abstract thought, fixed air, Aquarius, your inventive thought, which can be quite rebellious in nature. So definitely watch out for that. But also the new moon in Leo, the moon in Leo is gonna be still trining Mars in Sagittarius. It's gonna be trining Mars in Sagittarius. So emotional reaction, dealing with fixed fire, expressing our imagination, vision, and jumping on the stage and things of that nature. That will create opportunity for our Mars in Sagittarius, because Mars in Sagittarius right now, our passion, our desires in the area of freedom, the area of experiencing, the area of wanting to experience, so we could add meaning and reasoning and a moral system to our passion, our desires. So that could be a quite good energy to do new things and things of that nature. But also on Wednesday, what's gonna happen is that the nodes, which were in for the past year, or the past month, were in Gemini, the North Node, and the South Node in Sagittarius, is gonna switch into Taurus and Scorpio. So the North Node is gonna be in Taurus. So our North Node is the spiritual path we're chasing after and things of that nature. So our spiritual path is going to be going after our money, the values, our material possession, because Taurus deal with achieving material possessions and value, but Taurus is not materialistic in that sense. Earth signs gain their spirituality through the material realm. That what makes them feel comfortable and things of that nature. So you can't blame them the same way how water gains their spirituality out of emotion and connecting with people, while fire people experience their spirituality through expressing their visions, their imagination, bringing that inner fire and showing it to people and things of that nature. So just keep that in mind. It's not really it's not a time about really about being materialistic, but going for material possession that has a value to you, because everybody value different things. That's what really Taurus is about. It's about what do you value and things of that nature. While the South Node is what we're detaching from, what we're letting go, and what we're detaching and letting go is Scorpio, is our fixated emotions, certain things we keep behind the door, certain sexual, occult, mystic like things that we may not even know about till the South Node switches to Scorpio. So this is going to be the time to let go of these things, to let go of these fixated emotion we keep hiding behind the scene, because Scorpio is all about transformation, because this is why Scorpio is associated with the eagle, the phoenix, because after we transform, we rise up from our ashes and things of that nature. On Thursday, January 20, the moon's going to switch into Virgo. So the moon's going to be dealing with our emotional reaction, dealing with us wanting to be practical, us wanting to think about what makes sense, the practicality, analyze our routine and pattern, aka how can we improve our routine, our pattern, our health. Virgo deal with being very analytical. So this is the moon right now is dealing with, it could be quiet, not harsh, but this is not the time to be emotional anymore, because we had the full moon in Cancer. So right now, Virgo, you're trying to be practical, you're trying to be analytic, you're trying to be smart and things of that nature. You're trying to clean your room, reorganize things and things of that nature. So Thursday is the day for it. So the moon in Virgo is going to be trining Venus in Capricorn. So our emotional reaction, dealing with being flexible, adaptable to being practical and making sense of things, detail orientated, is going to create opportunity for our love matter, what we appreciate, what we indulge in, which is right now in Capricorn, what we're loving and what we're appreciating, and what we're indulging in right now is dealing with Capricorn. We want to love our status. We want love and indulgence that makes sense, that could help us improve the way we are seen, the word we stand on, our business, our infrastructure. So that's a very good energy. So definitely utilize it. You also got to consider Venus is retrograding in Capricorn. So we're rethinking a lot of these things. We're rethinking our love matter. We're rethinking our indulgence and things of that nature. But also the moon in Virgo is going to be in conjuncting the sun in Aquarius. So the sun's going to move into Aquarius. So obviously we're going to be emotionally reacting to details, practicality, and being flexible with these things, trying to be adaptable, to be more, try to see a broad-minded conclusion when it comes to achieving practicality. That's what Virgos are really good at, and that's what makes them great managers, and that's what makes them great analyzers. But that's gonna in conjunct, so it's gonna be almost like a blind spot or a misunderstanding with the way we take action and our creativity, right? Because the way we take action, our creativity right now, want us to utilize the energy of Aquarius. It wants to pay attention and take action on association, on our abstract thought, on being inventive, on serving humanity by being unique individuals. But also the moon in Virgo is going to be opposing Jupiter and Pisces. So we're going to have obviously we're going to be emotionally reacting to being flexible, adaptable, to being practical and things of that nature. That's gonna create difficulties and add opportunities for Jupiter and Pisces, because Jupiter and Pisces deal with us wanting to expand and learn and achieve when it comes to us being flexible, adaptable with our vision and imagination. So Jupiter right now is expanding our dreams. Jupiter is expanding how we connect emotionally with the collective. Jupiter is at home in Pisces, so that's a powerful energy. But you just want to watch out that your emotional reaction dealing with Virgo is not being very analytic, it's not being very detail orientated, because this is where Virgo and Pisces don't agree, because Pisces are much more broad-minded. They're much more elusive in nature, and once Virgo add that detail-oriented aspect of it, it's no longer creativity, it's no longer creative and things of that nature. So you want to definitely obviously be detail oriented and practical, but don't squeeze on that Jupiter and Pisces too hard. You want to keep it elusive, you want to keep it flexible and adaptable. You want to let the universe throw at you dreams, illusion, imagination, so you can experience those, and use the moon in Virgo to kind of learn how to go about it. Just get rid of the la la land shit, get rid of the too much illusion, just make sure it's practical. That's essentially it. And the sun is going to move into 0 degree Aquarius. Obviously, it wants to take action, wants to have vitality, it wants us to express Aquarius association, how we connect with other people to create different groups. And a lot of people like to associate Aquarius energy with technology, but technology is the byproduct of different groups getting together to create something. This is how Facebook got created. This is how Uber got created, and all these different apps and multi-billionaires is groups of people or a couple of friends getting together, associating together, putting their hands together, Aquarius-like energies, and then boom, they create a new technology, aka something that's inventive, something that serves humanity. Real ass shit. So on Friday, Venus Day, what we love and appreciate, what we indulge in. So Venus Day, Friday Day, I suggest everybody just to chill out, hang out, do what you love and appreciate, all the stuff you love and things of that nature. The moon is going to be still in Virgo, so it's going to have a quiet, serious tone of wanting to work and wanting to be practical. So definitely watch out for that. So the moon in Virgo is going to be trining Venus in Capricorn, but also trining Uranus in Capricorn. So us emotionally reacting to being flexible, adaptable when it comes to our practicality, structure, and what makes sense, details, is going to create opportunity for our love matter, our indulgence, dealing with initiating new business, infrastructure, a word we stand on, and love matters that make sense. But that also will create opportunities for Uranus in Taurus, which is us wanting to achieve uniqueness, individuality when it comes to our material realm or our value, aka can I figure out a new way to get this money, can I figure out a new way, and things of that nature. So that's definitely a good energy to be practical, so definitely utilize it. But the moon in Virgo is going to be in conjuncting Mercury in Aquarius. So us Mercury dealing with our thoughts, dealing with the way we go about something, the way our mind work, is dealing right now with Aquarius, us learning to associate, us learning how to deal with the abstract rebellious thought and things of that nature, which can create a misunderstanding or almost like a blind spot, because it's in conjunction with our way of thinking, because our way of thinking is detail orientated and things of that nature. And when we think detail orientated, which is with our moon, because the moon is in Virgo, we could be very worried type of people, and we may not get things done. That's actually what happens to a lot of Virgo, because they could be it's a mutable sign, so it's very flexible, adaptable when it comes to the earth element. But the issue with that is ruled by Mercury, so they overthink these things, and sometimes they get so worried nothing will get done. So that's what you should watch out for, that your emotional reaction dealing with being practical and analytic could prevent you from communicating about Aquarius-like things, association, abstract thought, technology, and things of that nature. But also the moon in Virgo, our emotional reaction dealing with being practical and detail orientated, there's going to be an opposition, and that will create learning opportunities for our Neptune and Pisces, because Neptune right now, our dreams, illusion, and how we achieve a transcendental experience is in the realm of Pisces, the realm of illusions, flexible visions, imagination, and emotion, and being compassionate, connecting with the whole collective, because Pisces is like a water bubble of the subconscious mind that everybody's swimming in. And right now the moon is in Virgo, so you emotionally want to be practical and detail orientated, so you may not understand all these dreams and illusion and these emotions that you're receiving, depending on where you have your Neptune is in your houses, because the houses represent the area of life where these things are happening, and the houses will bring more meaning and reasoning into these things. So moon in Virgo opposing Neptune and Pisces. So definitely be practical and detail orientated, but just don't be too logical, too harsh on dreams and illusions and things of that. Keep it flexible, but definitely be practical. So on Saturday the 22, the moon is gonna be in Virgo, but it's gonna be late degree Virgo because right now it's cusping Libra. So us obviously we're gonna be emotionally reacting to being flexible, adaptable, being practical and detail orientated, but it's gonna have the touch of us wanting to communicate, to balance out our relationship, to be more harmonious, and this will gonna create opportunity for the sun in Aquarius because while we're emotionally wanting to be detail orientated but also balance out our relationship, that will create opportunity for our action, our solar plexus, our creativity, to deal with our association, our abstract thought, and things of that nature. So our emotional reaction will bring that light-hearted nature of balancing things out, while our sun and our action dealing with association and abstract thought. But also, this is gonna be trining the North Node in Taurus, so that is gonna be quite beneficial for us wanting to achieve our material realm, our value, everything we find important, money and things of that nature. So but also the moon in Virgo is gonna be sextiling the South Node in Scorpio. So our emotional reaction, dealing with being flexible, adaptable to being practical and detail orientated, that will see opportunity with the South Node in Scorpio. Because we're very practical and very wanting to make sense of things and routine based, that's gonna see opportunity for us to deal with our past fixated emotions when it comes to certain desires, certain things we keep behind the door, certain things that make us feel uncomfortable. And the moon being in Virgo is gonna help us make sense out of these. It's gonna help us to not go too far in that Scorpio energy where we're too lost in our fixated emotion about things that's behind the scene. The moon in Virgo is gonna help us be more practical, see the opportunity how to deal with these things, which is gonna be quite beneficial in my opinion. The moon in Virgo is gonna be opposing Neptune in Pisces, so our emotional reaction dealing with being flexible, adaptable to being practical and detail orientated is obviously gonna have major difficulties, but that will create add opportunities for us to understand our dreams and illusion. Neptune in Pisces, which could be quite la la land. Just make sure that you're having dreams and illusions that make sense, so then the moon in Virgo will be able to deal better with it. Just don't go too far in that Pisces world, that la la land world. And finally, on Sunday, January the 22, the moon's gonna be in 11 degrees Libra, but that's gonna be opposing Chiron in Aries. So obviously we're gonna be emotionally reacting to initiating and giving birth to communication, ways of balancing, creating harmony in our relationship. This is what Libra is all about, the scale of justice. But it's gonna create that might be quite difficult, but it's gonna create learning and add opportunities for us to heal our childhood trauma when it comes to us being selfish, us initiating certain new ways of seeing and feeling. There could be quiet, childish, which is Aries. Their energy could be quite childish, since Aries don't care, just want to express their intuition, their imagination. Sometimes they go too far with these things and they need someone to tell them to stop, and this is why telling an Aries to shut up will make an Aries just go harder and harder, because Aries it's that warrior mentality. Aries don't give a fuck about nothing, so definitely learn how to your moon's gonna help you be more harmonious, more balanced. Like you just wanna watch out that you don't trigger things in Chiron and Aries based on your past emotional trauma and things of that nature. And I believe that actually the moon in Libra will help you to understand these things from a much more better perspective. It's like you're bringing the scale of justice into the god of war Aries, which is right now is healing Chiron. So Chiron's taking care of him. The moon in Libra is gonna be squaring Venus and Capricorn. So we're gonna have obviously our emotional reactions in Libra, the scale of justice, us balancing out everything else, us being harmonious. But that square is gonna create learning opportunities for Venus in Capricorn, so it's gonna create learning opportunities for our love matter, our indulgence, and what we love and appreciate. That includes sex, cookies, everything, man, everything you love and appreciate. But that is all in Capricorn. So you being very practical. You want to create a structure around it. and you just want to watch out that in the moon being in Libra, that you don't be too harmonious, too just want to be, I want to balance things out, I want to be too friendly, because that's where a lot of Libras go wrong. A lot of Libras, people end up taking advantage of them because they act too friendly, act too harmonious, and they feel like this is what they have to do. But Libras, you guys don't have to do that shit. You guys don't have to do that shit. So this is when you just want to make sure that your moon, the moon being in Libra does not make you go too far in these things. And but that square is gonna get learning opportunities of how to utilize your love matter and utilize your indulgence and things like that in a very practical way. Give it a structure and things of that nature. Just make sure that if you have any past relationships and things coming back in your life, love matters, considering that Venus is retrograding in Capricorn, just make sure that the moon in Libra does not make you be too forgiving, and not any logic based. Just learn what people you want to bring in back to your life and what people you don't want to bring in back to your life based on your past experiences. So the moon in Libra, also obviously your emotion reacting to being harmonious, initiating communication, and this the scale of justice. That's gonna have an in conjunction, almost like a blind spot. We might have a misunderstanding with the way we want to achieve uniqueness and rebellion when it comes to our material realm, our possession. Because that can be quite bad. Because in the moon in Libra, you're trying to balance things out and trying to be too friendly. That's gonna create a misunderstanding for your how you want to be a unique individual to achieve the money, the material possession. Just don't be too friendly. Might lead you to fucking up your economy, your Taurus-like energies, your values. So just don't sacrifice your value, Taurus, for Libra and balancing out certain things. You get to choose it, but this is the test for you. But also a benefit of this day, that the moon in Libra is going to be trining the sun and Saturn Aquarius. So while we're balancing all these things out, we got this opposition to Aries, Aquarian in Aries, but also the square going on with Venus in Capricorn, and in conjunction with Uranus in Taurus. The benefit is that our emotional reaction dealing with being balancing and harmonious and understanding friendship, marriages, and things like that will create opportunity for our sun, us wanting to take action, us having passions and creativity for our association, our abstract thought, how we serve humanity. Aquarius, but also Saturn is there, so we're taking structure on these things, we're taking responsibility, we're maturing in these things. So that could be quite good energy, because the moon in Libra is gonna help you to be more harmonious as opposed to Aquarius, because Aquarius is a fixed air sign, so they're fixated on their way of thinking when it comes to association and their abstract thought. So that could make them quite rebellious in nature. So the moon in Libra is gonna bring more harmony, more balance. So you don't look crazy, or you don't look quite lost in your mind, for a lack of better word. But also the sun is going to enter the 3rd degree of Aquarius, which is full effect. When we have a planet and it moves to a new sign, it's just cusping a sign. So if, let's say, the sun is in 29 degree Capricorn, right, it's moving through Aquarius, but it does not get fully into a sign unless it gets into the 3rd degree. That's when we feel the full effect. This is why you see a lot of like Freemasons with like a 3rd degree, like sun in 3 degree Aries, or things of that nature. For example, George Washington is, I believe, he's a sun in 3rd degree in Pisces, which make him a Freemason. Also, Carl Jung, which is the author of the Red Book, he's a sun in 3rd degree Leo, and he was actually a part of like a Masonic brotherhood, but that's a whole thing beside the point. So we're gonna feel the full effect. Us wanting to take action, having passion, our creativity, our solar plexus is gonna be in the area of us wanting to associate, connect with the people, and deal with our abstract thought. Just make sure that you're not too rebellious and things of that nature, because us being fixated on that air, on that we want to be unique, sometimes we can come off wrong to other people. This is where Aquarius, they could go wrong, and Aquarius tend to have the attitude of not giving a fuck, because Aquarius are trying to see what group do I want to associate it with and what group do I not want to associate with. And Aquarius tends to be quite talented in these things. But this is the video. Thank you guys for listening, and if you guys would like to check of any of our services, Our website is gonna be in the prescription down below.